Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Commentary Silent channel, where the commentary is not so silent. And in today's video, I wanted to talk on how old video games can literally save the gaming industry right now, because I feel like, me personally, I feel like that there are only very few good games, and I feel like those few good games are the games that you see a lot of people streaming on Twitch. You know, you got people addicted to Warzone. Warzone, I guess, does have that same effect like Call of Duty had back in the day. But if you sit down and think about it, imagine if we can go back and play those. Like, knowing what we know now about what the gaming industry is going to be like, imagine if we can go back and play all of the good classic video games. So, like, for an example, one game that I was thinking of probably before doing this video was Forza Motorsports 4. In my opinion, that was like one of the last good Forzas. Forza, because I think what Forzas came, it seemed like kind of after that they was more so focusing on Forza Horizon. Now that Forza Horizon is this big franchise, now they're trying to bring back Forza Motorsports, but it's like, bruh, if you just have it where we can go back and play those games, because think about it, look at all the like different retro consoles that they've came out with. What, you have it where on the Nintendo Switch you literally can play the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I think the Dreamcast and the Nintendo 64. I think that's one of the things that you can play. Hold on for a second. Nintendo Switch. I think it's the Dreamcast. I could be wrong. Sega, or is it Sega Gen? They have like old consoles that you can play on the. Well, it's like they have like games preloaded, but you could play all these different games on the old games on the Nintendo Switch. But like, that's what people want. We want old games. We want games that we were playing back in high school. Those, in my opinion, those were the games that had us staying up like hours upon hours on end. And it's like nowadays it's just games, you play them for like what, maybe a few hours, and then that's it. Like, I feel like maybe if I was younger, probably if I was in high school, probably, you know, the games right now would have like that same like games that I played back when I was in high school, and the games now, they would have that same effect on me like when I was in high school. But they don't. And I'm like, there's nothing appealing with games. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing appealing to it. It's just, alright, you play it, then you're done and over with and stuff. But no, it's just, I feel like a lot of games, in my opinion, like, they're cash grabs. You know, they got these season pass things. What are some other stuff that they have in them? It's just, it's not, oh, then they want to make it seem like that the game is free when it's really not. You still paying money for it. You know, it's like, look at a video game, for an example, Destiny 2. They make it seem like that game is free. As soon as you download that game, you're paying just to play it. Pretty much, like, you're like, no, you're like, to turn your computer on, you gotta pay to turn your computer on. You gotta pay just to look at your screen. Like, but jokes aside though, no, it's just, I remember when Destiny came out, the first Destiny came out right after I had graduated from high school. So that was that was like one of those games where I was like, yeah, up in the middle of the night playing. It was fun. It was just one of those games where I'm like, no, you're gonna enjoy yourself playing this. Versus now, what it is, it's like you only can play maybe a few missions, and then you gotta eventually buy the DLCs and stuff. Then what's messed up is that when Destiny 2 had came out, Destiny 2, that game came out, hold on, let me look it up real quick, but I think it came out in 2017. I think. Yeah, so it came out September 6, 2017. Now I remember it's like you had to pay full price, all this other extra stuff. And they had like these missions. They had like these missions that you could play. They don't even have those missions no more. And it's like they have like it's a completely different game. And I'm like, this is not good. Either what they need to do is go back to their roots, or have it where it's not Destiny. Because I'm like, what they got going on now, it's like they should call it like Destiny Online, but I'm like, it's not Destiny 2. I'm like, Destiny 2 is the game that I played back in 2017. I don't know what Destiny 2 is right now. So yeah, it's just it's not good. And it's like, you think of like, I feel like a lot of games are just trying to compete with each other, and I'm like, if you guys just came out with some stuff, either more original or like some old retro games, rather than like, oh, let's compete on trying to, like, for an example, EA and 2K, they've been at each other's necks with like the football games and the basketball games. I'm like, if you guys came out with them classic games, like, because I think EA was, yeah, they were behind NBA Street Volume 2. If they really wanted to compete with 2K, they will release that game, remaster it, do something, or like come out with another version of it. But you're not gonna, it's like, it just seems like that they don't care about their fans. They don't care about what the fans want. The fans want these classic games that we were playing. It's like, I'm not trying to, because this is where the old video games are at right now in the world. If you want to play like a PlayStation 2, because I remember I had like all this stuff looked up on Amazon. If I wanted to get an old PlayStation 2, right? So PlayStation 2, so you're gonna need like a PlayStation to HDMI cord. So that's gonna cost $24. Then they got the console where it's so they got like two versions. They got one that's $199, and then they got one that's $189. I think the one that's $189 don't come with none of the cords and wires, so you're gonna have to spend money on that. That's gonna probably be another $20-$30. So it's $40 on top of like paying $200 for the PlayStation, and then to get NBA Street Volume 2 on the PlayStation 2, it'll cost $68 versus those like EA. Yeah, EA just re-releasing or remastering the game and have it where it costs like $20 or something. I guarantee and I promise you there's going to be no competition with that, especially now in this day. Even if they were to like or come out with a newer version, and it's like, yeah, in this like day and age, you got all these like new basketball players, but it has that same feel and that same fun that the originals had. There's how could 2K compete? Like, honestly, how could 2K compete with that? They couldn't. So that's why I'm like, bruh, it's like, I don't know what's going on with these game developers and just the gaming industry, but it's like you're killing it, but in a bad way. Like, you're literally killing the gaming industry, and that's not good. Like, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I'm like, you guys literally have all this money, time, and resources, but you're not using any of it. You're only using it. It's like, how can we make more money from the fans? It's not cool, man. I ain't liking it. So, anyways, but yeah, let me know. I'm pretty sure there's people out there, they probably got like some things that they want to say about this. I feel like this is going to probably be the start to many videos, because I've talked on this before. This ain't my first time talking about this. So, if you actually check out my podcast, The T-Moss Boss Show, I've talked on stuff like this numerous times, so go check it out. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.